So, amazing, absolutely amazing things happening. Um, what happened to part 1C from yesterday? Part 1A and 1B. Holy fright! Gratitude, gratitude, um, gratitude for certain. So, um, let's see. I'll put my eyeballs on, my eye aids. Um, when I post the military comms, generally we don't see a lot of views. Part one from the 26th has 14 views, but part 1A from the 27th, 111 views on Rumble. Now I'm blown away. I'm blown away by 111 views. And then part 1B, 108 views. 108 views. But part 1C, 2 views. Part 1C does not come into my feed. Does not come into my feed. But if I go to my channel, it's there. Now I posted part 1C on my Telegram channel. There's over 200 members over there. I viewed it, and I'm thinking maybe one person from my Telegram channel viewed it. Why did 1C not come into my feed or your feed? The same with part 5. Now the significance here is strong from my position, for the way that this laid out to me, because that bird, it had a trail, but it wasn't dropping trail. In other words, there was no trail left. Um, there was no trail as it was coming in. And in other words, it was short. It was staying with the bird. It was, and I saw it coming, and I when I open the screen up, goes from black to being something you can see, and I can see the time. It's 5:10. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. It seems like it's forever, although it's just a matter of seconds. I'm waiting for it to flip as I'm watching this bird get closer and closer. Well, as this bird gets real close to being close to directly overhead, it's 5:11. It's 5:11, and like I said, it was not. You can see in the video, there's not a trail as far as the eye can see behind this bird. And then we watch it fly off, and it hit 5:12. Well, 5 and 12 is 17. And that's when I hit the end button. I hit the end button, and I look up and I'm like, holy shit, I shouldn't have hit the end button. I should not have hit the end button, because that was not the end of it. Why was it not the end of it? A couple of reasons. One, there was a trail left directly over my head. There was a section of trail. There was a section of trail that did not dissipate. Where? Right over my head, right over the flag, right over all the signage on my roof, the signage on the flag pedestal, the signage on the roof of my truck. That's where that one piece of trail left in the sky was. Well, the rest of it was gone except for a trail that plane had left that had not come into view yet. From the direction that bird was flying, that's the way the winds in the atmosphere are, and so any trail that is left will drift from west to east. So as I'm noticing this trail over my head, I'm thinking, okay, so that's right on cue. That's right on cue. The bird went out of sight on cue. There's a trail left only over my head, except for a little bit you can see at the tree line looking east. And so in part two, I basically essentially made a prediction. I didn't uh, um, I don't think I said I'm predicting. I said I'm thinking there's a good chance that that trail is going to be right here at 517. Well, son of a bitch, at 517, that's exactly what it was. Now, in that trail, I'm going to light my cigarette. I want cigarette smoke here for this. Try and give you an example uh, of what I saw. So there's the trail of smoke. And in that trail of smoke, on an angle, was another trail. Very short. I call it a mark. So, son of a bitch, that trail drifted in to be here at 517, which is also 22. 5 and 17 is also 22. What's 22? Q drop 22. That relates to the Marshall-law. That relates to the Marshall-law. So, why did part C? I never. I don't think I make predictions. Uh, Maybe I've made. I've taken a couple of positions, but I haven't laid it out like it's a prediction. So I called this. And son of a bitch, if it didn't happen, and how is all of that fucking a coincidence? After everything I've shown you people, how is that a coincidence? So I noticed a live chat notification here, maybe 5 minutes back or so. I'm going to take a look now. Ann Rapturetti says hello. And do you know anything about Promethean action? Yes, I did a video. It's 2 days ago. Go to my channel. That you can go to my channel to watch part C. To watch part C. So let's see. So for my feed on Rumble, all the ones I subscribe to are up here on the top. All you got to do is find me, click on that, get over to my channel, and you'll see, you'll be able to watch part C. And then from 2 days ago, I exposed more gatekeepers. And the thumbnail is the text message that I put over there that was near instantly deleted. And here it is. I haven't moved it into the trash yet. I'm going to read you what I wrote because you know, I think it's Susan is from Michigan in the Detroit area, and and I'm in Michigan. I was born in Detroit Receiving Hospital. Um, I'm still in Michigan. So I wrote, "Thank you for what you do!" Exclamation from Kalkaska, Michigan. In 2023, I gave the American people a land location for a court of law. Oh, they were asked that the title of their talk had courts in it, and they're talking about how, yeah, don't get emotional, don't get reactionary. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Right? What are you gonna do? These fucking cackling hens over there, Promethean. So so I gave the American people a land location for a court of law, land, air, and water. The military was here for it and communicated with me on the daily for nearly 3 years. You can click my thumbnail to view my channel, and here is a link to my latest communications to military command. And it's deleted. I mean, what I did was I stopped. I put that comment in, and then I hit pause. It was somewhere around the 50-minute mark. I think that their talk was about a 2-hour talk. Um, and ba, 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 ba. So I went and I posted over on my Telegram channel, challenging anybody there to get into the chat on Promethean's YouTube channel and maybe say something about me. But no, and then I get right back over to Promethean, and my message has been erased. So gatekeeping, exposed another set of gatekeepers. If I also ba, 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 shared their video, also shared their video on my Telegram channel. Da, 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 da. And so here it is: State of the Union, cartels, royals, and courts in chaos. Courts in chaos. There's you got the Trump there. So yeah, courts are in chaos. The American people don't. The only fucking court I know that the American people have is you take a fucking piece of paper, you fucking 4 squares, use your postal mechanics, and operate in your court. You fucking navigate that way. That's it. Until I gave the American people a land location for a court of law, and then I stood in that court as prosecutor and using postal mechanics in the judicial process, registered, first class registered mail, where I was extorted, served to Kalkaska County Sheriff Fat Fuckford and his fucking piece of shit under Sheriff Wagon Tails, Judge Butt Day, Chief of Police Aaron John Poopy Pants Popa, County Prosecutor Ziggy, Deborah Hill Court Clerk, and Postmaster, Kalkaska Postmaster Jennifer Champagne. Fucking called them all. And so I've talked a lot about that, but I think maybe you haven't heard about it. So a lot happened. A lot happened. Military showed up here 2 days before court, the day before court. Then we had an assassin team here looking for me a little after midnight on the day of court. And then the military was. So I holy cow, I'll get back into the chat here. Get back into the chat. I've tried getting on Rumble again, got kicked off. Haven't tried since. Okay, so you're on YouTube. Okay, I was thinking I haven't put those videos in the trash and deleted them yet. Um, that I was given some thought to uploading them to Rumble, and but for you, Ann Rapture Ready, I'm gonna do it. Schiller Institute is not good either. My mom said to stay away from people like Lyndon LaRouche. I don't know Lyndon LaRouche, but Schiller Institute, I'm not familiar with that. There is not much out there that is correct. It looks to me like the thing that is the most correct is the chief, the postmaster general of our world, that I refer to affectionately and respectfully as Rusty, Russell, Russell hyphen J Gould, period. Commander in chief. Um, that is there's the correctness. And Russell puts his content out on YouTube. He puts his content out on YouTube, so um, he puts it out on a lot. And in fact, the live chat is going right now. Today's Saturday, right? So typically the live chat on Telegram happens on Friday nights, but I'll show you here. This is my Telegram feed. That top one right now, you see that green thing. That means the chat is live. The chat is live, so I can open that up right now, and I can go there and I can post. This is open to the public right now. And you can post. You can listen to the talk. You can also listen to all the talks. Well, maybe not all of them. I don't know how far back it goes, but I looked recently, and there's a lot of talks, and I'm guessing they're in order, working your way backwards. Um, so I posted the Vic. I posted the Vic last late summer, early fall. I'm guessing it was um, on both YouTube and Rumble. There was nothing coincidental about that, and YouTube does not get much of the sky comms because YouTube is such a pain in the ass. It takes forever. It takes forever to upload to Rumble compared to uploading to Telegram or wait a minute, YouTube. Yeah, uploading to Telegram or uploading to Rumble is much easier, faster. And so I'm gonna be uploading to Telegram. I'm gonna upload to Rumble. And some days I've had 40 or more to upload in a single day. So that's 80 between Telegram and Rumble, and then YouTube takes twice as long. It's like fuck it. I'll put a couple of special ones over on YouTube. And so what happened here yesterday was very special. It was fucking awesome. And I mean, think of all the comms. Think of all the comms. Think of what they told us, and the emphasis they put on it. So they come in with an 11, going out with a 17, with a marker left over my head, and another part of the comm coming into view over the top of the tree line to the west that I called would be right here at 517, and it was. And it wasn't until after I shut the camera off I come to the realization, holy shit, 5 and 17 is 22, which is our reference to the martial hyphen law. Um, Ann says, I do not trust 107 either. And yes, I have gotten push notifications from Russell. Okay, so how did you phrase that? I do not trust 107 either. Yeah. Juan is what do I want to say about Juan? There's a lot of truth comes out of that man, but there's an awful lot he holds back. And I how do I want to say this? I gotta wet my pipes here. Bear with me a second. Um, the situation that we are in as a people, as a whole, uh, where everything that we know, almost everything we know, almost everything that we have been taught, almost everything we have been programmed to and for is a fucking lie. And one of the most difficult things for anybody to admit to themselves, not to admit to others, but to admit to themselves is I have been fooled. I have been duped. I have been fucked. And it was so fucking obvious. How come I didn't see it? So that is going to hurt. It does hurt. For those of us who've been through that, we know that hurt. We know that pain. We know the ugliness of all of that. But we're strong. We're strong. We didn't take our lives, right? We didn't put the barrel of the gun in our mouth. We didn't put the shotgun up under our chin. We didn't slit our wrist. We didn't swallow a bottle of prescription and drink a fifth of our favorite, right? We didn't get up on a chair and get a rope around our neck, any of that shit. No, we didn't do that. We didn't do that because we're strong enough. But there's a lot of really weak people out there, extremely weak people. And mental health is a very sensitive, very not something to be toyed with. How's that? Not something to be toyed with. And everybody's mental health is has been manipulated, and so the wake up, the shock, um, to the masses with the least amount of damage, I think, is someone like a Juan Osei. He gets long-winded. He weaves. Um, he you got to be real careful listening to Juan. I've found um, because he will say things that, for instance, for instance, um, I don't know how long it's been now. I think it's well over a year. I could be wrong, but I think it's well over a year. Uh, John Michael Chambers had one on his show, and if you ever pay attention to John Michael Chambers, quite often he will say, "I've been taking notes." And I want to blah blah blah. I've got questions here from my notes. You hear him say he prides himself as a journalist. So he's got Juan on, and Juan is one of the most sought after guests by these two-faced patriot fucks like John Michael Chambers. Um, and Juan is being Juan, and Juan says Trump is the first arrest that will shock the world. He's not going on about Trump is the first arrest that will shock the world. He's moved right into the next fucking thing, right? I mean, he makes that point. He doesn't put a lot of emphasis into it. And what does John Michael Chambers do? Nothing. He doesn't. What? Juan? What did you say? Juan, did you just say Trump is the first arrest that will shock the world? Do you remember a few years ago? You go back 3, 4 years, and that narrative was really out there. It was really out there in the alternative media that the first arrest will shock the world. More, I got wet the pipes again. All right. So, probably about 2 years ago, I publicly stated that if the first arrest will shock the world, it can be no other than the Trump. All right. So, as far as I know, to have said that publicly, I think I'm the first. I think I'm the first. I think I'm the number one. So I might have made 2 YouTube videos over this because I know I talked about it. I would have played one saying it, and I would have given the timestamp in the video and provided a link to that talk. So it's like a week later, 10 days later, John Michael Chambers has one on again. And again, the same thing happens. Juan says, Trump is the first arrest that will shock the world. And we've got to take care of that. And John Michael Chambers does nothing. Nothing. So I think I made 2 YouTube videos. And if, in fact, the Trump is the first arrest that will shock the world, and it would, because the whole world is Trump, save us, Trump, Trump, Trump. You got other countries fucking more pro-Trump than the American population. Ann Rapture says, a big fat lie. Sometimes I feel so fractured, I see everything plain as day. I have no one. And Charlie Harrington is here. Hello, dear. So, sometimes I feel so fractured, I see everything plain as day. I have no one. Well, you're not. And Ann says, hi, Charlie. And Charlie can see that. So, really, you're not alone. Um, the quantum physics, we are all connected. We are all connected. the universal consciousness. We share that. That's my comprehension of it. Um, there's so much coming out now. But what happened to Part C from yesterday? It did not come into my feed, and I know it didn't come into your feed. The damn thing's only got 2 views. Typically, the Skycoms that I put up, I get very few views. In fact, most of my videos get very few views. One of the highest here recently was when I called out Michael Jaco. I think that one's sitting around 108 or 110, and it got there quickly and then stopped. Kind of like Part 1A and Part 1B from yesterday. But what about Part C? Here I go. I make this fucking prediction. You put all 3 videos together. How can anyone say that's a coincidence? How can anybody say that's commercial air traffic? How can anybody fucking come to any other conclusion than that is a definite communication for Ethan to share with you? Well, after everything I have shown over the last 2 years, and YouTubers, you're missing a lot of it. You hear me talk about it, but if you're not on my Telegram channel or you're not able to look over on Rumble, you're missing it. But you saw the Vic. You see, I've got some good ones over on YouTube, and I am going to, when I get done with this live, I'm going to upload those 3 of the videos from yesterday. Um, I think there was a total of 8. I think there was a total of 8. So who knows? Maybe if I'm feeling it, and I've got uh, not having too hard of a time with uploading to Rumble, maybe I'll load more than the 3. But I'm going to load the 3, and you can see for yourself. Um, I have no ability to um, do anything except shorten the video. I can shorten a video. I can't piece them together. I can't splice. I can't. Uh, what you get is real. It's real. So I say, don't believe me. Don't believe me. Don't believe. Believing is what got us in the fucking mess that we're in. So yeah, for those of you on Rumble, gratitude. So Part 1A and Part 1B. Holy fright! I think somebody must have shared into a group or something. But you could look at each one of those videos by themselves and go, oh, that's a yawner. That's what are you so upped about, Ethan? That's a yawner. That's a nothing. You don't know how to think about it. You're being sprayed, motherfucker. You're so fucking stupid. Yeah, right. I'll tell you who the fucking stupid one is. It's not me. There's a big fucking difference. So I've had very few uh, military sky comms to post in 2026. The activity has had its highs and lows. As far, I mean, sometimes it seems like a couple days will go by and there's nothing. But here in northern Michigan, wintertime, daylight is very short. The skies are generally very overcast. Quite often to have snow coming down. And so most of what happened was audible, not visual. So generally, the audible is not going to get picked up well by the mic on my phone. So I talked about him. I talked about him a little bit, but I didn't have a lot to post. But I so Promethean action again. I think they're doing their part. So are you have you heard about the 60,000 man secret army? Um, Apparently, I think it was Newsweek is the one who wrote the article. So if nothing else, I think you could get into a browser, search out 60,000 man secret army, uh, and put Newsweek in there because I think it was Newsweek that put the article out. Now, Mike King, I don't know if Mike King is one of the 60,000 man secret army. I mean, he could be. I mean, a lot of these guys who have been doing what they do for 20 years, 25 years, any one of them could be part of the secret 60,000 man army. And the secret 60,000 man army could have grown. And this would be military in plain clothes, infiltrating into systems and institutions. And so Mike King has given a couple of very good talks on the Pentagon's 60,000 man secret army. Some say Trump's 60,000 man secret army. But in either case, um, I think it comes from the last flag standing position of the commander in chief and the contract between Russell and the Navy in 2003. So that's what I think. A very strong leaning that that's that'll bear out to be true. Russell has been putting out a lot of content here recently, some very interesting content. Um, and I read through the comments, and someone put in a long one, a lot of words, and Rusty's answer was simple. Um, and I guess I have to paraphrase. Maybe I got it right per quote, but navigate as you will, or navigate as you like. So that's I've been saying right from the beginning, own your authority. Own your authority. You own your authority, then you can do your best to navigate. But if you don't own your authority, how are you going to navigate? How are you going to navigate? So looks like we got something in chat. Yeah, Ann says Newsweek 60,000 man secret army. Yep, check that. And on Rumble, Mike King. You might also type in the keywords news treason. That's Dave's channel. And so Mike King gets hosted over on the News Treason channel, News Treason channel 17 on Rumble. If you get there, you can in the search the Rumble search, you can simply say Mike King 60,000 man secret army, and it should pull up the link to get you to channel 17 news treason and that talk. Actually, a couple of talks, very good talks. Well worth your time. If you're going to take the time to listen to me and you haven't listened to Mike King talk about the 60,000 man secret army, I think you're missing out. Um, and very little talk amongst the truther community patriots. See, they won't. That's one thing they don't. They talk about very, very little, but they don't talk about flag law. They don't talk about Russell. They will not talk about Ethan and Ethan's science that can end tooth decay and gum disease. End it. So gatekeepers everywhere, and many of them, I'm thinking, I got a very strong leaning, are part of the 60,000 man secret army, and they got to hold me down. They got to hold me down with shadow banning because I'm the motherfucker who would make shit happen in a way that could get out of control. Could get out of control. Get enough fucking people woke up, fucking pissed off. Uh, uh, Too many people today do not possess the critical thinking skills needed. They're programmed to be reactionary. So I've said this several times in the past. I'm quite convinced that the good guys are shadow banning me um, as much or more than the natural algorithms to suppress people like me. So, but there's a difference. The system of old is set for attacks, oppression and suppression and attacks. What I see happening, what I the communications that I pick up and decode tell me that there is a whole new system, essentially a whole new paradigm for us of abundance versus scarcity and accountability versus no accountability, love and harmony versus hatred and fear and disharmony. So um, you can't simply flip a switch on that, and I'm thinking this is why it has taken as long as it has taken. And the reason that I got the attention that I got from the military when I gave the American people a land location for a court of land, air, and water, and was ready to stand in that court, and did eventually stand in that court as prosecutor. Uh, um, See, this is what we need, people. We need an American court system, one that works for the people. The problem with the court is there's no assembly. There's no assembly, and so there's no militia. There is no vigilante group. There is no peacekeeping force. There's me. There's me and the court. It needs you. It's for you. And you have been fucking lied to about the courts. You don't need a license to practice law. Have I got that through anybody's fucking thick head yet? You think there's a license to practice law, you find out who fucking issues it. You'll find out there is no one, no department, no agency to issue a license to practice law. They have a mutilated flag in there, or they have the military's parade flag or court-martialing flag. Apparently, the military court-martials flags are yellow fringed. Apparently, the military's parade flag is yellow fringed. What is that yellow fringe flag in the circuit courts, the district courts, and the federal courts? Is it a mutilated fucking flag, or is it the military's parade flag or the military's court martial's flag? Whatever it is, it's a fucking disgrace. But you motherfuckers, you keep fucking going. You keep going into them fucking courts. And maybe not you, listening to me here and now, but I'm talking about the people. So that's what's got to end. That's what's got to change. So fuck, I tell. Do you know that Juan O'Savin has a YouTube channel? He does, and one of his videos came into my feed. I was like, holy shit, really? Juan's got a YouTube channel. Check it out. There's not a lot of videos there. I think one of them is 6 years old. Then there's one that's 5 years old. And then there's not much after that. Then there's a couple in there that are somewhere around a year old. And then I think most everything else is recent, like within the last several months. So you, Juan 07, Mr. 107, the big weaver, the long-winded one, has had an active YouTube channel that he has not used over the years. And all of a sudden he is. So easy to find by searching on YouTube if you want to go take a look. Now, out of the cast of characters, I think one of the most credible and manly type is retired Lieutenant Colonel Ricardo Bossi. I generally get a very good feeling listening to what Ricardo has to say. And then like I say, the 60,000 man secret army, you could, and that, how much did it grow from there? I mean, you could have 20,000 fucking podcasters, patriot truther shows that are all controlled by military operations, military psychological operations. So, what else do we got here in the live chat? News. Okay, and news treason or Mike King? Oh, thumbs up. Yeah, news treason, Mike King. Type that all in together. I channel set news treason channel 17. And Ann says, I'll try bringing up Russell. Everyone pretends that I have not mentioned his name. I'll try bringing up, everyone pretends that I have not mentioned his name. Have you heard of the Roar Room here on YouTube? No, I have not. Roar, R-O-A-R, Roar Room. If I remember, I will take a look. We don't get live chat replay. We don't get live chat replay. So, all right. So for those of you on Rumble, You can check out part 1C and tie that together with part 1A and part 1B. And those of you over on YouTube, I am going to attempt to load them. It should go all right. They're short videos. Um, and I haven't tried uploading to Rumble recently. When I go live on or on YouTube, I should say, when I go live on Rumble, I um, have the ability to include YouTube. And if I was on locals, I could also include that. There's a couple of options, but I'm settled on YouTube, Rumble, and Telegram, and my website. I've been a lot of other places, attempted a lot of other places, and just get kicked around, kicked off, and so I've been maintaining here. At any rate, I think it's significant that Part C was hid from you. I essentially made a prediction and it came true. And to me, I saw a special mark in that trail, and I think it'll be visible to you too. So with that, I'm gonna autograph out of here. I'm gonna start working on dinner. I figure out what I want to eat tonight, and so with that, I'll be back. Love you, love you, love you. I'm gonna keep fighting for you, and I'm gonna be back.